What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to some more For Honor. This is an achievement slash trophy slash collectible guide. Actually, it's a double collectible achievement trophy guide for Lore Master as well as Hooligan, which requires you to get all of the collectibles, both the observables and the breakables, in the single player campaign of For Honor. I've already done a video on the Knights campaign, so be sure to check out the guides playlist for that. This is the Vikings campaign, and I will be putting up a video for the Samurai campaign as well, so keep it here for all of that. So in total, we have 71 collectibles across the 6 Viking missions. We're going to be starting on 2-1, raiding the raiders, and I'm going to be doing this on easy difficulty. However, you can do this on whatever difficulty you want, and in this specific mission, we are going to be getting 8 observables and 3 breakables. For this first mission, this is going to be a pretty straightforward path, so I'm just going to let you follow along with the video. But basically, once you start looting the food supplies, make sure to leave the third and final one all the way at the top of the hill alone, and then come all the way back down to the spawn point where the mission starts, and then just go through this path as I'm doing on video. So I'm going to leave you with this mission and this video, so you can just follow along and get all the collectibles that you need to get.
It is the other way around. I will not allow that to continue. A vast forest once covered the valley of Valkenheim. We knights cleared that land before the Vikings returned. And when we did, we revealed the ancient ruins of the war-born clans. Imagine our surprise. Even if their mastery of steel is not as complete as ours, they are nevertheless an endlessly inventive people. We underestimate their... For a full year, the cranes and scaffolds and lumber mills of the Vikings record the exploits of their greatest heroes in stone. The markers remind them of the debt of glory that the Vikings suffered in the year after we struck them. No seed grain, no summer harvest. No, it takes a special kind of madness to eat and drink and make merry while your warriors fight and burn and die outside. Ragnar.
Now we're on to mission 2-2, Viking Diplomacy. Again, I'm going to be doing this on easy difficulty, but you can do this on whatever difficulty you feel like, and there are 6 observables and 5 breakables throughout the mission. Again, I'm going to leave you with the video as this is pretty straightforward, but this is from the beginning of the mission without doing any of the objectives or fighting any of the enemies or anything like that. You can go straight ahead and follow this path and get all of the collectibles right from the beginning. So I'm going to leave you with the video. Once again, you can fight the enemies or you can just completely ignore them like I'm doing, especially if you're playing on easy difficulty, and you can just run through and get all the collectibles and then go back to actually do the mission.
Trouble. You thought you could kill me?
The more glory earns, the greater their legend when they are gone. But unlike us, through example, we knights accidentally taught the Vikings the art of siege warfare. I like to think that, in turn, they showed us how to live free.
Vikings in cages. Unacceptable.
Next up is 2.3, Wood, Iron, and Steel. And again, we're going to be doing this on easy difficulty. You can do it on whatever difficulty you want. And there are 5 observables and 5 breakables in this mission. Similar to the first 2 missions, this mission is very open but still very linear in the path that you can actually take. So I'm going to leave you once again with the video, but I would recommend that you head into here, into this fort, and kill off pretty much all of the enemies that are going to be along this path before actually trying to follow along with this guide, or you can follow along with the guide and kill the enemies along the way. Completely up to you. But basically all I would have to say is make sure that you get all of these collectibles before you actually open the gate. Do not interact with the gate, or you're going to probably have a little bit more of a difficult time getting all the collectibles.
And then they would need it. The Vikings like to tell stories about why they decorate their ships with monsters. But the simplest explanation is the best one. They do it to frighten their enemies. The Vikings had built up their settlements and shipyards over decades, centuries. It took a little more than a year for it all to fall into disrepair. The ruins of the Vikings and our own land. Viking clans do not truly join one another. Alliances are common, but are just as commonly broken. The Warborn clans is just a way of saying all the clans who cannot defeat the Warborn in combat.
Now we're on to 2.4 Up the Beach, and again I'm going to be doing this on easy difficulty. You can do it on whatever difficulty you want, and this one is kind of strange in the fact that we have no breakables, but we do have 6 observables. A little bit into this mission you'll make it to this area where your objective is to open the fortress gate. Now you can fight through the enemies if you want, or if you're on easy like me, just run past all of them like I'm doing. Or, get beat up a little bit and then get past them. But basically, there's going to be one observable in between you and the actual fortress gate, so be sure to grab this before actually opening the fortress gate, as it is right here along your path. After opening the fortress gate, again I'm going to ignore all the enemies. You can fight through them if you want, but basically from here we're going to go and get our 5 observables. So just head across here, and instead of going left you're going to want to turn right and come over here to observe this door. So go ahead and collect that, and then head back over to that left path that we ran past before. So go back over here and then use the chain to go down to the next area. As you come down here, you're going to just continue on forward, pretty linear path. Again, ignore the enemies, fight the enemies, completely up to you. And as you come down here, you're going to make it to this big open battlefield area. Be sure to look where your guys are coming from in order to grab this observable, and then head across the battlefield. Again, you can fight them or run past them, and just keep on going all the way across here until you reach this ladder over here on the far side. Climb up the ladder, and then you're going to want to turn to your left and head across. There's going to be some archers and stuff here that kind of get in my way, but basically the observable is just right there to the right, and I'm going to get it as I fight through these guys and so on, but there it is right there. Then head over to this bridge, get past these enemies and jump down. Look to your right and get this observable, which is those 2 drawbridges, and then head all the way over here to your final objective and grab this observable before triggering the cutscene. On to the next mission, which is 2.5 Reconnaissance, and this is going to be done on easy difficulty again. You can do it on whatever difficulty you want, and this is where the bulk of our collectibles are going to be, as we have 12 observables and 10 breakables. From the beginning, we're going to get a couple of observables and breakables. I would recommend taking out the enemies along this path and then coming back here to follow along with the guide, or you can just go ahead and do it while you fight through the enemies, completely up to you. After getting that first observable, head over here to the left and grab this second one, which is under this wrecked ship. And then as you're making your way forward, go ahead and grab these breakables right here. Go ahead and smash through them. And then after doing that, continue forward towards your objective. You may run into some enemies around here if you haven't already taken them out, and you will find another observable right here. do not interact with the cage, but instead head this way. And now there's going to be a bunch of enemies over here. Grab this observable, and again, you can either fight through them or completely ignore them, as I'm doing here. Go ahead and grab these pots right over here. Break them like so. And then after doing that, oh, get beat up a little bit, get past that enemy, and head over to this pagoda, and you will be able to get some more breakables right here as you smash these pots. Then, after smashing those pots, head over here past the pagoda and look to your right, and you're going to see a little boat off in the distance. Go ahead and observe that, and then turn around and head into the trees and into the forest, or the mire as it's called, rather. And over here to the right, you're going to find a little village. There may be some enemies here if you haven't cleared them out or not. And then as you make your way through here, you'll find some more breakables right here in front of you. And then continuing further into the mire, you'll probably run into some enemies here like I am. You can go ahead and take this guy out or completely ignore him. Up to you, but that was an easy kill, so I figured why not. More enemies, pass them, fight them, completely up to you. Grab these breakable pots here, and then grab that observable that is right next to me, right there, and then head back to your objective.
The mire would claim many Viking lives if their scout.
Further along, your objective will be to reach the top of the monastery. As you make your way across this bridge, be sure to get this observable right here to the right, which is this dead body. Then head on into the monastery itself, or the monastery, excuse me. As you make your way in, be sure to smash these pots. You can fight the enemies or ignore them, totally up to you. Then head to the left and turn left outside this door and grab these breakable pots like so. And then from here, get beat up a little bit, make it past that enemy, head down towards this area, and you're going to want to observe the statue, make it past some more enemies or get beat up a little bit again. And as you come up here, your next observable is going to be just over here. It's just that kind of open space from the broken part of this area. Then, from here, after defeating the enemies, head up these stairs and observe this little thing right here. Turn to the right and come over here past this enemy, maybe get beat up, maybe not. Then take out these breakable pots, or hit the wall like I did. Take out those breakable pots, and then continue forward some more. And as you make your way, after getting punched a bunch and almost dying, as you make your way over here, be sure to take out these pots and get the observable that is located right next to them, like so. Then head down to the center area here, ignore the enemies, fight them, completely up to you. Take out these pots, and then turn around, and instead of heading upstairs, go downstairs and look at this little door on the left, and you will get your final collectible, which is an observable.
Taking someone prisoner dishonors them.
Now we are on to the final mission in the Viking campaign, 2.6, The Great Raid. Again, I'm going to be doing this on easy difficulty, but do it on whatever difficulty you want. And we will have 5 observables and 6 breakables to grab. I would recommend completing the mission up to the objective, reach the gate with your forces. At that point, I would recommend coming back to the spawn point or the beginning of the mission, and then just following the path that I take to get all of the collectibles in one fluid motion. With that said, I'm going to leave you with the rest of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you. If it did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, favorite, all that fun junk. Check down in the description, some awesome links, some awesome things. My Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, bunch of other things you might be interested in. Thank you for joining me. Keep it here for more For Honor, especially the rest of the collectibles in the Samurai campaign and the Knight campaign. Keep it here for more achievement/trophy/collectibles guides and a bunch of other things. Until tomorrow, ta-ra.
Keep pushing!
On days of peace, the samurai bells fill the sky with song. After that day, the song of peace would not ring for a long, long time. When the samurai came into these lands, New plants and animals came with them. They had brought them in caravans. They knew their home was failing. They sought to remake it. Here, within that city, the false emperor ruled from his palace. All samurai swore allegiance to him and to his family. They believe they revere unity and honor. In fact, they are simply afraid